In this video, I'm gonna give you 2 simple ideas that you can implement in your own life if you're struggling with living and embodying a vegan lifestyle. So, 2 quick reasons. The first reason why you may be struggling is because there is a story that you may be unconsciously telling yourself. Keyword, unconsciously. And I'm going to give you some ideas to become aware and conscious of the stories that you may be telling yourself. And another example of a story is a belief. Here's what I recommend. Become aware of what stories you may be telling yourself. And here's a challenge. As we grow up, right, we have been conditioned growing up our whole entire lives that it is wrong to be a vegan and it is right to eat meats. So understands that the stories will come up. Here's a quick story, by the way. Me, for example, when I went vegan, I watched a video called Farm to Fridge, and I highly recommend you watch that. And then I went vegetarian again, and the reason why I went vegetarian was my story was, it is too hard. It's too hard. My story was, I just hate, just checking food, and you just gotta make sure there's no dairy, and dairy is in everything. I used to say that to everyone. People used to say, yeah, I totally understand, and that used to, I guess, further deepen the reason why I should just be a vegetarian, because it's too hard being a vegan. That's my bullshit story that I was telling myself. And then I went back to being a vegan, which is now, and there is no way in hell that I could ever go back. So how did I change that? Number 1, I became aware, because that is the game. When you become aware of what's going on in between your ears, your mind, it's a game changer. Because there is a story that is unconscious right now. And here's what I want you to do. Think of yourself as watching the thinker. Eckhart Tolle always talks about this in The Power of Now. He says, well, think of it like this. I created a metaphor in my mind to allow me to really become aware of my stories. Think of yourself as 2 people. There's person A, which is you, your physical body, and then there's person B, which is your higher self. Your higher self is the one that watches your physical body, watches what the physical body thinks. So you're watching the thinker all the damn time. So for example, when you're going throughout your day and you may see some food and that has dairy in them, right? It has dairy in that food, and your physical body, right? Your physical body says, well, you can have that. It's okay. It's okay because it is hard being a vegan, or dairy is good for you, or dairy isn't that bad for you. If that's what your physical body is saying, allow your higher self to become aware of that. And the key is to become aware without any judgment, with total acceptance and non-judgment. Just go, interesting. Interesting that I am thinking that, and become aware that, that's a story. And from that awareness alone, you can transcend and go, okay, that's a total lie. That's an illusion. What's the truth? What is the truth of this? Is dairy really good for me? And then go and do your research if you need to. Or is it really that hard? Because isn't there right now animals suffering, dying, being tortured for human consumption? For that little piece of dairy to be in that food. That's what I recommend. That's number 1. Number 2 is identifying your reason why. In my new book coming out very, very shortly, about helping people transition into a vegan lifestyle, one of the key components into transitioning was the why. Why are you doing this in the first place? Why do you want to be a vegan? Because if, say for example, right, let's say that you grab someone who you love the most. I grab someone who you love the most, and I put a gun to their head, and I say, look, if you don't change right now, and you be a vegan, if any time that you have an animal product, this person's brains will be shot up. All of a sudden, you'd go vegan. Why? Because there was a reason to do that. Unless you don't really care for anyone, then that kind of shows why you're not really a vegan in the first place. Know that you're a compassionate individual. Otherwise, I seem to just attract those kinds of people to my videos. So I know you're loving, I know you're compassionate, I know that you do have this sense, well, everyone has this, that they love all living things. You just need to get more in touch with that. But here's the thing, that reason is going to be different for every single individual. Some people will go vegan for the animals. That's me. Some people will go vegan for the health. Some people will go vegan because they care so much about this planet around them. All of this, right? And that's amazing if you do. But some people have different reasons. Some people go vegan because it's cheaper. Some people go vegan because they just want to look good. There's no right or wrong reason. I just need you to find why you're doing this and then fully associate to that. So for example, if you want to go vegan for the animals, for your health, for the planet, go and watch some documentaries. Fully associate to why that is happening. For me, when I went vegetarian again after going vegan, I watched a video called Farm to Fridge again. And after that I was like, okay, boom, I can't eat this anymore. I can't drink any fluids that have milk in them. I could never drink milk anyways by itself, but I can't do it anymore. So that's what I recommend. If you do those two things, number one, become aware of your self-talk, your stories, okay? Allowing your higher self to watch your physical body. And number two, find out your reason. Why are you doing this? And by the way, leave a comment below. Tell me, why are you going to transition to being a vegan? What's your reason why? I'll tell you my reason why right now. My reason is because right now, as I'm sitting here recording this video, there are thousands of animals dying every single second. That's why I choose to be a vegan. And there's been thoughts in times, right? Total transparency. There's been times where I see a cake or something like that and it looks so damn delicious, but it has dairy in it. And I've become aware, I was like, holy shit, did you just think that, Matt? And without any judgment though, I thought to myself, but the damage has been done. It's okay to eat it, Matt. It's only a little bit of dairy. It won't hurt. But then I thought to myself, imagine if every single person had that mindset. No change would be made. So you're just watching your thoughts and you're not judging, you're just becoming aware. And then from there you can transcend and become a better person, become a better you, and you can transition to being a vegan a lot more easier. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And until I see you in the next video, remember to love all living things. And most importantly, love thyself.